Hi there, we're back in East London and we're here to have a taste of Nigerian suya. Welcome to my tasty Naija. How you doing, my brother?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah,
I
want to
make you greet me the proper way. Let's meet you. Who you be?
Do you want it in Pidgin or in Nigerian English?
No, we'll start with Pidgin first.
Okay, with Pidgin. Okay, my name is Umar. I'm Hausa. I'm originally from Kano State, and then I am the owner, director, manager, cleaner, and everything from Suya.
All in one.
All in one.
Okay, Omar, awesome. The first question I'm going to ask you, obviously, is how did Suya journey start for you? Did you start back home? How did you get trained in the art? Of course, you're in the north, that's the number one advantage, but how did you get trained in it?
Fair, I was working with Tesco. So
Tesco,
yes, yes.
Okay.
So I'm Tesco in one of the biggest Tesco's in the UK.
Okay.
It's Gallens Rich Beckton.
Okay.
I've been working there for 14 years, and I've worked in every department that there is in that company.
Okay.
So one of the first job is I worked in a deli counter.
Okay.
Which we sell gammon, ham, chicken. We do everything.
Oyibo tasties.
Oyibo tasties. So we do all of that. So that is one of the things that inspired me more. And initially, before I come to this country, I always sit by my mom to watch her cook.
Okay. Did she make suya then?
My mom never makes suya because I have never ever done barbecue in my life.
Ever
in
Nigeria?
First time in this country, in the whole world. The first time I set up a barbecue fire is when I started my own business.
So you can understand when people naturally assume Omar, Hausa guy from Nigeria, you must have been doing it from Nigeria. That's the answer.
To be honest, I've never done it. It's just some self-belief.
Okay.
So I'm a great believer in, obviously, if you want something, you can go and get it if you want to.
And obviously your previous employment with Tesco inspired you.
Yeah, it has inspires me a lot to go and obviously and chase my dreams.
Okay.
Because I'm in a very good wage. I've got a good reputation there. I'm very experienced in that department. But I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna go and chase my dream. And a lot of people were thinking I'm crazy.
So when did the Suya journey start in the UK?
It started in 2017. 2017.
Just 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Okay.
And that's when I decided I'm leaving my job and to start my own business.
And how did you teach yourself?
To be honest, a lot of it is just not self-taught. It's what I see from where I come from. I'm from the north.
Okay, so
we see how they do it. You see what is going on, and so the matter of fact, I traveled to Nigeria to go to see how they actually do their thing.
At a point.
At a point, I had to go before I started.
How long was that whole?
I was only there for a day, if I'm going to be honest. I didn't
24 hours.
Yeah, just one day. No, I mean in the Suya
spot.
spot.
The Suya spot, okay.
I spent a day just watching what they do. Yes. That's all I did. I didn't do it anymore because if you know how to cook, then that would be just you got the gist. You can add your own ideas. Yes.
And then you started.
I come back to the UK with a plan of how I'm gonna run it. Considering how they process this food in Nigeria is completely different to what we do here because they use like a sand, little traditional way of doing it.
Back home.
Yes, back home. But here I have to invent a way that works for me because there's so many different ways to cook. It's just the cooking is a science. Believe me, I have a lot of people try to cook the same thing we do. I give them the ingredient like the suya spice. They go home and they come back and say to me, it's not the same. Because there is a way.
Let us into a bit of
there is a way you do things. Believe me.
Let us into the way.
That is the way. But then that actually coincides with how we run it in Nigeria or in Africa, I would say, because it's pretty much similar. There's a lot of nature involved. If you know what I mean.
So obviously, where we're sitting right now is not where you actually started because this is not 7 years old. So where did you start actually selling suya in the UK?
I started selling the suya on trailer. So I went and got myself a trailer that you have to pull.
You just like all these big things.
All the big things, if you know what I mean. So I literally just, you have to be very brave because at that point I'm driving, I've got a driving license, but I've never driven a trailer. I've never pulled a trailer. I don't know how it works.
How big was this trailer?
To be honest, is bigger than a van.
Okay.
To be precise,
Okay.
bigger than a normal van, which is like, I would say, maybe 6 meters.
Okay. And
Because
you had an inside where you could cook and do all of
I
that?
have, yeah, I
Is it
have
like
to.
a big truck?
Yeah, it is a big truck, obviously,
Okay.
that you pull. And I invented that, all the equipment in there, because I have to do something
Created to
similar.
fit.
Yes, created to fit the subject.
Okay.
Because when I bought it, it was a chicken and chips trailer.
Okay.
So
you
then
converted
I converted it. I have to convert it. I have to find people who would be able to help me to achieve
That.
my imagination, because you cannot copy what we do in Nigeria without having to be very. You have to be very
Imaginative,
smart and
yeah.
imaginative. You have to think differently.
Okay.
And then I did that. And the next thing is how to pull it.
Okay.
Because I've got a trailer now. And when I bought it, it's sitting there. Parking is a problem.
You have to move it.
I have to move it along to bring it to the market daily. 'Cause
And where were you bringing it at the time? Which market?
This particular
This same
spot.
spot?
I'm on the same spot from when I
So
started.
the trailer was here then.
It was his then, yeah.
Okay.
So we grow as time goes by, and I had it for 3 years.
Okay.
The trailer. So we're growing day by day, and then after that 3 years, I realized actually we're getting a lot bigger. We need to obviously step up, because I can't afford to have used 3 cars, because the trailer is very heavy.
Okay.
It's very heavy with
move
all
it,
the
move it around,
Suya
yeah.
equipment.
So you, at the end of the night, you have to drive it away,
I have to drive it away and take it home.
and then the next day you come back to bring
And
it
the
back
next
again.
day I bring it back again. And remember, at that time, you have to have a license to pull a trailer over 3.5 ton. And this is way over.
So that was a major challenge for you.
That is a major challenge for me, because I went through 3 vehicles.
Wow.
Because that's how heavy it is. So the vehicle was damaged because all the exhaust, all the shocks is gone.
So why did you now decide to move from a trailer to a London bus?
I didn't move from a trailer to a bus. I went from a trailer to a van.
Okay, a van.
Yes.
Lighter.
A lighter and a van you can drive.
Okay.
So you don't need to pull anything.
Okay.
So then I was looking, sold mine, and then used the money. Remember, all that time, the selling, it has to be someone who's gonna buy it
To start with, so you have money, funds to
carry on with that one.
yeah.
So I had to buy the other one first and bring it, and then take some of my equipment
To fit
to
it.
transfer it, to fit it in for me to carry on. So I went into a van. It's actually a very big van. It's like maybe 4 foot difference to this van. It's very big van.
Okay, just 4 foot difference.
Difference,
only,
yes.
But not as high, obviously.
Not as high. It's very long, and I still have it.
And after that, you moved to this.
Yeah. So from that on, it was very busy, and the demand is really high.
Okay.
And then people are like, you know what, I have to step up my game, because we're not coping. And at that point, I have full staff.
Okay.
And then full staff can fit in, but it's not comfortable.
Movement is an issue.
It's a very big issue, and the demand is very high. And that's when I decided, you know what, I have to do something drastic, because people are really happy with what we do and they appreciate it, but we're not giving them what they want. Because as you know, in Africa or in Nigeria, we cook suya business normally goes in the evenings.
In the evening, so it's an evening thing, yeah.
But one of the challenges, the market closes at 6 o'clock.
Okay. And you
That
have
is
to be
when
out
the
of here by
evening
then.
normally start in Nigeria for
Exactly,
suya
yeah.
people, and for us, that is when the evening is closing.
Wow.
So that is one of the challenges I faced. So I feel like, let me get a bus, maybe
To accommodate
if
more
I could
people?
accommodate more people. But then I sat there thinking of an idea. There was a guy in Notting Hill, actually. He is converting vehicles into a camper van.
Okay.
And I would come across this guy on one of the social medias, and I was like, actually, that is a very good idea. Well, let me just go and see this man. I contacted him because he used it for a home, you know, the
Yes.
home mobile homes. That's what he does
Only.
for homeless.
RVs.
Yeah,
Yes.
for homeless people.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I feel like I can use that man, actually. If I can go and buy one of these buses off him, I might be able to use it. But then another challenge, I don't have a license, because bus is very big.
Indeed.
So then I have to think of ways of how I can actually achieve.
And all the while retaining this same spot in
All the
Bali.
way retaining this spot, running with that van.
Okay.
So I save up some money, because that's how good the business has been. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it's a very
Lucrative,
rewarding
yeah.
business for the time we put in, because I come here as early as 4 o'clock,
Every day.
because everything we do here is fresh.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. So everything has to be fresh.
Okay.
Because the size of that vehicle, I have to be the first one in the market.
Before anybody else comes.
Yes, because if anybody comes in, I will
Movement.
be able to move. because it's very tight spec.
Have you ever been stuck before?
I have been many times, but the market management are very supportive. They're very helpful here.
Okay, so let's fast track a bit now. So obviously in last year, 2023, I believe.
Yes.
You started this one.
Last year, 1 year exactly.
And that was the first time I heard of Suya Hut.
Oh wow.
So it leads me to the question that, in terms of now having a London boss, a Nigerian restaurant, a London boss.
Yes.
What was the impact compared to other times with all the other bosses you've had? Was that immediate impact in terms of the new word going out?
To be very honest, from the morning I packed, I've never ever seen like Africans or Nigerians so supportive, so appreciative. Like it means like if you're actually doing something right, there's a lot of people that will appreciate you, and then if you put your time, dedication, and commitment, you will achieve, and you will actually achieve. You will win, and this is what happened from day one. I saw the queue. I was scared.
Well,
I was scared. My heart was pumping.
Now you're thinking, now where am I going to upgrade to next now? But we'll come to that.
Now I'm thinking, wow, I don't have enough stock to cater for these people.
But then you have to deal with what you had.
I have to learn quick.
6 p.m.
I have to learn quick. Honestly, 8 o'clock we opened that day, and the amount of people outside watching and actually mesmerizing and appreciating what they see. Wow. It's amazing.
So the taste of the pudding, they say, is in the eating.
Yes.
I think it's time we have a flavor of Suya Hut right now.
Yeah,
so
sure.
let's bring in the Coco Gogo.
Yes,
Indeed.
let's do it.
Okay, so we have it here. It's a full platter. Take me through it.
So go for the first one. That is it's called mixed grill.
Mixed grill.
It's a mixed grill.
Okay, so what do you got there?
That has got a naan bread, so we call it gurasa.
Gurasa.
Where I come from,
Okay.
it's like a sort of a bread.
Okay.
Yeah, that is one of the things from Kano, and it's one of the ancient food.
So this is Kano bread right here.
It's
right
a
now.
Kano bread that's a very ancient food, but I make it a different way to modify it, so to just roll with the current situation of life.
And that would normally go with the mix.
That normally goes with the mixed grill juice right at the bottom of it.
Okay. Oh, it's at the bottom of it.
It's right at the bottom. We put it so then it sucks all the juice, all the meat, everything is down.
Just
So when
use it to top
you
it up.
eat it, yes. So when you eat it, you eat them together with the beef and the chicken.
So take me through the big platter here.
So there we got a boneless chicken thigh, and that's the best part of chicken, just to give you one of the secret. And when you eat that, believe me, you wouldn't want to eat any part of the chicken. And it's cheaper compared to chicken breast for those who go to gym.
And of course we have the big
We
dog.
have the big, come on, that this is the biggest, obviously, big boss. That's what I call it.
It's called the big boss.
It is the big boss because
Okay.
the beef suya is in charge. So that is beef suya, like you would know. And if you eat this suya and go to Nigeria and eat the suya, there is no difference.
No difference.
No difference. The only difference is Nigeria, they have free range.
Okay.
That is the only difference.
They eat grass.
They eat grass. They're free range. They're not actually manufactured like we do all over the world now.
Okay.
But that is the only difference. But if you eat suya in Nigeria and eat Suya Hut suya, it's exactly the same.
Do you think that time will come when we have to import meat from Nigeria, like they do in some parts of the world where people import meat?
Yeah, I think the time is coming. It's just a case of us having to actually be able to provide ourselves with enough food to eat first before we feed the animals.
That's another conversation for another day.
Yeah.
And we have here the good old shawarma.
Shawarma, we call it chicken wrap.
How popular is this? You call it chicken wrap. Okay.
Chicken wrap, that's what we call it here.
Okay.
Because shawarma is no
It's a
more
different
like
brand,
it's
exactly,
a different branding, but it's exactly the same. The only thing missing is the sausage.
So what's in it?
So we got chicken suya. You can. This one is a chicken suya, suya wrap. So you can either have a chicken suya wrap, beef suya wrap, or mixed wrap with beef and chicken. But this particular one is it's a shredded chicken suya. So all the chicken that's there, you see, we shred it and put it in the same bread with the salad.
And of course you have your popular jollof rice there.
Yes, that is
It
it
accompanies everything.
It accompanies everything. Literally, if you're hungry and you're really a good lover of food, you have to be fair to Suya Hut. I want them to come and try it and then give me feedback. I love feedbacks.
Okay, let me just tuck in here and just start with one. So I'm going to ask you go to the next big one right now. In like you said, you've traced your journey starting from your truck
Yeah.
to the big bus, to the small bus or the small van.
Yeah.
And then you've got this.
Double-decker bus.
And a little bird tells me you have something else coming up real soon.
Oh yes. So we got a restaurant running. It's newly open. We do exactly the same thing that we do on the bus, but even double. So you can have a lot of different varieties, and then this
a big wider menu.
Yeah, it's just so can open up our menu because we got a lot of different ideas of what to do and which we're doing it. And the bus is still in the same position, it's still going.
So the bus is still going to remain?
The bus still remains because the bus is what make the restaurant.
Okay.
The restaurant is sons of the bus. So the bus is where the actual business is because we're on the street.
Congrats on the new restaurant.
Thank you.
I also noticed your staffing, it's like a United Nations.
Yes.
You have people, I'm hearing all kinds of languages, I'm seeing all kinds of look. How do you source staffing?
I have a mixture of people from like the north, and I have people from the south and
of
Nigeria. And I also have people from the Caribbean. I even have Asian staff that are from Pakistan and Bangladesh.
And they all learn the trade? They
all learn the trade and they're all helping us run the business, and then they do it very well.
Also, maybe eventually they're going to be having their own Suya spot at some point.
Who knows? 100%. Very positive about that.
Expansion. So I was always going to ask as well is, why did you pick Barking?
Because Barking is a place where it's a mixed community. So you got all sorts in Barking. Barking is very, very, very huge in like more like foreigners, and then it's a very good environment. You see, if you look around, you'll find that every 3 people you see, 1 2 of them are from different backgrounds. So it's really the right thing because the business we run is something that is a multicultural. You don't have to be from Africa or Nigeria, wherever. We have 40% of my customers are not from Nigeria or from Africa. Yes, they're not from Nigeria or Africa because I'm surrounded by offices. Okay. So and the council offices. So lunchtime is very, very busy, but we are trying our very best to make sure everybody is happy.
It's business.
Yeah.
So, and lastly, I'm going to ask, what's the plans for the future? Expansionist?
Yeah. So the future really is to have a franchise, which a lot of people have approached with, but at the moment I'm not in that position yet.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet, but I know eventually you'll be surprised in the next couple of years. We'll have something going from all across the world, I would say, not just to the UK.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
I think we've had enough of talks now. Let's dig into this thing now.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. It's been another wonderful session of My Taste in Naija. We're talking in now. See you next time.
Hello, Oga Director.
My brother.
Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you so much.
This is for the Oga Director.
Oga Director.
And this is for Mama Toby.
Mama Toby.
Yes.
She's going to be very happy today.
Thank you very much for being our guest. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Suya Hut.
Yes, Baba.
I do well.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed today's edition of My Taste in Naija, remember to subscribe, like, and share.